This is what you might have missed on BCSN's Sports Nightly. Time for another edition of Football Focus, and we are talking the Springfield Blue Devils today with fourth-year head coach Pat Gucciardo. Coach, thanks for being here. We want to talk about 2015 in a minute, but 2014, pretty good season for your team. 7-3 overall, 4-3 in the NLL, that close to making the playoffs. As you look back, what pleased you?
Yeah, you know, seeing the progression of the team over the last 3 years has been really good. It's been great going through a building process like this, and you know, the team had nowhere to go but up, you know, in my opinion. And the kids have bought into the program. They bought into the weight training sessions that we've done and the conditioning. Very, very proud of our kids and community as well.
You mentioned the rebuilding effort, the progression. 1-9 your first year, 5-5, 7-3 last year. Obviously, you want to keep it going, get to 8, 9, maybe 10 wins this season.
Yeah, absolutely. The goal is to get into the state playoffs and have a chance to work through the state playoffs. So any way for us to get in the state playoffs would be great.
It's fun to sit here today, talk about the state playoffs, talk about the 2015 season, but about 2.5 months ago, you didn't know if there would be a 2015 season. Levy up for vote for Springfield local schools, and I know you were on pins and needles. You were really worried. You were optimistic it would pass, but you know, there's still, you never know when the voters go to the polls.
Yeah, absolutely. And it was a real rough couple months for the Springfield School District and the people in the community that were in favor of the levy. You know, we are very, very grateful. There's so many people that worked so hard to pass that levy, and you just can't thank enough of them, and you can't thank them enough. Very, very happy that it passed.
So there will be football, there will be athletics for Springfield in 2015, 2016. Before we look ahead at some of the guys who are going to do some things for you on the field, we've got to talk about the schedule for your 2015 season. Starts out on the road, back-to-back games at Fremont Ross, then at Ballinger. You come home to take on Woodward in your final non-league game, but then you start the NLL slate with games against Perrysburg and Southview. So that's a tough first 5 weeks of the season.
Yes, yes, very competitive. You know, the NLL is very competitive. Our non-league schedule is very competitive. Looking really forward to going to Fremont Ross. I've played them a number of times when I was coaching at Whitmer High School and when I was at Start High School, and great football tradition at Fremont Ross, and I think these kids will really love that venue and an opportunity to play on a big stage like that.
Yeah, Don Paul Stadium down in Fremont is a fantastic atmosphere in the regular season, and it's a great spot for playoff games too. Your team this year, got a quarterback coming back, Scotty Seymour, but he's coming off a knee injury. How's he doing as of this moment, and will he be ready for the season?
He's doing great. He's back in full practice and things that we're doing with camp. We just finished up camp and 7-on-7s and things like that, so he's been cleared to do all those things. Just went through another 7-on-7 the other night. He's not in mid-season form by any stretch yet, but boy, he looks good. He's big and strong and fast as ever. So
we were out at Springfield a couple weeks back. You had a 7-on-7 scrimmage with Waite, and your backup quarterback, what's the young man's name? And just by standing there on the sidelines for about 5-10 minutes, he could throw the ball a little bit. What you got to kind of do in your offense?
Right, Johnny Martin, number 5 for us. He's our senior quarterback along with Scott. And as long as he's been in the program, he's been an outstanding quarterback. And very, very proud of Johnny. He also plays wide receiver for us. And whenever we need him to come in and throw the ball, he does an outstanding job.
Your offense known for putting up points, racking up the yardage. But last year you won a game, I believe it was 8-3. Might have been your final game of the season. 8-3, only scored 8 points. Your defense stepping up big. How is the defense going to be, and how important are they to maybe the success of the team going forward? You know you're going to get it done on offense, but the defense really needs to step up.
Yep. Jim Everly, our defense coordinator, has done an outstanding job these last few years. Very proud of our defense last year. We had 4 goal line stands and 1 against Napoleon before we went 94 yards to win that game in the last minute and 30 seconds. Did it 2 times in the Northview game. Our defense had goal line stands and got a turnover. Did it in the Maumee game. So very, very proud of our defense and the way that they're progressing through the years as well. Any coach at a new school knows it's a process, and if the kids buy into the process, you know, you're going to be successful as the years go by, and these kids have definitely bought in. They're having a great time.
Is there really an off season anymore? You got these summer workouts, these 7-on-7s. Is there really any downtime for a head coach these days?
There really isn't. You know, you take 30 days after the school or the season's over, and then you're right back in the weight room 3 or 4 days a week in the weight room. You know, all the way through. I give them Christmas break off, I give them spring break off, and that's about it. And then, you know, you have camp and 7-on-7s and things like that. But you know, if you want to be successful in the game of football, I mean, you have to work hard at it. It's a different game than it was, you know, 15, 20 years ago, and you know, you got to work hard at it. And these kids that are multi-sport athletes, they really do a good job of balancing basketball, AAU basketball, and summer baseball and things like that, so that they can get to football and produce on the football field as well.
We are looking forward to the Springfield Blue Devils and that high-octane offense coming up in the 2015 season. Coach Gucciardo, thanks for the time. Best of luck.
Thank you very much.
Springfield kicking things off August 28th at Fremont. Ross, definitely looking forward to it.
Be sure to watch Sports Nightly weeknights at 10:30 on BCSN and follow us on Twitter at sports_nightly.